Kathy. Okay, so basically what I just kind of want to go over is some of the changes that are coming. Kate, you probably were both of y'all on the leadership recap team call. I didn't get to do it because it was like a Tuesday night that was like absolutely insane for family stuff. So
I think that's the one we both weren't on.
okay, awesome, good, because
My
basically what
kids
I'm
are playing Smash, so I'm gonna just sorry.
okay, it's totally fine. You're fine. So what I'm going to do is I am going to share. Where am I? Goodness, I have a lot of open things here. I'm going to share my screen. And what I'm going to do is just go through some of the slides from that call because Kristen sent me the slides. Now, there are a ton, like I think basically they went through like all of the changes that are coming and all of the things to look forward to and all the kind of all that. I'm not going to go into super in depth into things that don't really apply to us right now. I will tell you what is happening and as much information as I have, which number one isn't a lot, but honestly, nobody has all of the information for most of this stuff yet anyway. So to begin with, so these are just some of the little catchphrases and stuff. This is where Beachbody is going. Obviously that they're wanting to really pull in that concept of, like beach body doesn't necessarily apply to everyone and it's not as inclusive and as positive as it could be. So, and a lot of people have it's really funny to like hear, not just me personally, like I've always kind of been like, ooh, kind of cringe inside. Just a little bit. I mean, it's a name, so whatever. And I understand that you're all working to a goal, whatever. However, I love this concept that the diet and fitness industry says, if you look good, you will be happy. And the truth is that when you're happy when you feel good. And like, that just means a lot. And the fact that they're like cluing into this positivity, this overall health in a new way and implementing what we're going to talk about anymore, implementing even like the PD element, the personal development element is actually really amazing. So I'm super excited about that also. So really like even like the mission is a little bit changed, helping people feel better about themselves from the day they start. So they're set up to stay with it and love it. And I love that. Like, we've always been there to like guide people into healthy lifestyles, but now let's focus on how they feel. And I really enjoy that concept. So here is Carl.
We believe this change.
Can y'all hear that okay?
Bring this opportunity wide open for you. We need to make this one on the change. We created this company with a mission statement. We gave it this name. We didn't set out that more than ideas. We just made up the word. And people in the media have now used these two words to refer to a specific type of look, a beach body. And honestly, as proud as I am of this company, that word is reinforcing an ideal. Representing the mission. So there are articles where
everybody's like
bikini body are used synonymously, and it's undermining us. So to lead a category that frees people from judgment and competition, to open up our business to tens of millions more people who've been sitting on the sidelines because they didn't want to be in a constant battle with their sweet tooth, or they didn't feel welcomed by an industry built on imperfection. We need to make this change. So this spring, we will begin to officially, gradually change our platform name from Beachbody to Body.
There's your girl. So there you go. That was the big announcement. So body. And these are the steps, these are the focus and I think like we're just what I'm gathering from this change is like, let's simplify and let's get people started in a simpler manner. Let's take out some of the confusion, let's take out some of the jargon, let's take out some of all of that and let's focus on, obviously we're fueling our body right and energizing our body right. So that's the eat dessert every day and swap dirty energy for clean energy. That is a catchphrase. You're fine, cat. So that is coming out. So this is the body blocks. If you've been hearing about now that Beachbody On Demand and Body are going to be melding into just body, solely body. And there's I don't have any reason to believe that like the programs are going away. Like I haven't heard anything about that because that would be insane. But there are going to be these blocks that are going to be set up that are an all body, like body as in the interactive side of things, block, a bike block, and a beginner's block. And that's kind of what those body blocks are coming into being with. So it's kind of showing you how they do that. The 5 workouts, Monday through Friday, a Saturday recover, and a Sunday recover. And then that Saturday is also obviously that you can do other options as well. So yeah, so that's the body blocks that are coming out.
Question with that, if I may. Do you think that with the body blocks, that will lessen the new program releases? You know, typically there's 4 program releases each year.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just curious, I haven't heard anything either way, but I'm just curious if that means there'll be less new programs because they want people to do the block.
Because they're talking about blocks. I don't know. That's an interesting,
something I was wondering.
That's an interesting concept. That's an interesting question. That might be something that has been talked about before, but I haven't heard anything about that yet.
After, what is it coming December? Sure Thing with Megan?
Yes.
I haven't heard of like what's after that. Normally, I think, at least I think I remember that we would have like a tease or something, you know, as to what we can see down the line.
So
anyway,
I'm wondering if because they're bringing this, I mean, I don't know that it's necessarily taking the spot of a new program, like in perpetuity, like, you know what I mean? Like, but I'm wondering if they're like, if they would maybe be introducing a brand new like program if this wasn't coming out. Now, I do know that Lacey Green is going to be coming out with her own program. So,
she's the January.
So that's January.
Block. Yeah.
Well, that's January. That's a body block. But I think that's like, I think they're treating that kind of, so maybe there'll still be new programs coming out, but it'll look different. Like maybe it'll be more in like, yes, new programs, but maybe a different setup and layout.
Then it might be just looking a little differently, but I think it's interesting. It'll be interesting to see like how that transpires.
For sure. Yeah. So the way that they're setting this up is the 3 weeks of workouts, 5 days a week, and one week, the 4th week of the month is a functional recovery. So basically, and I like this idea because you have your 3 weeks of, you know, going for it. And then you have your week of like letting your body like completely recover. Like I've kind of actually been using this setup, maybe not 3 and then 1, but like I use this setup whenever I come off of a new program. I go into like I haven't in a while started a new program immediately. Like I've gone into kind of a like, oh, I'm gonna kind of chill out a little bit and be a little bit kind of a little bit kinder to my body. So if that makes any sense. So
My only problem with body, and I only had it a couple of months, but you can't pause. And I don't do transitions well, when you're switching
Mhm.
from the floor to standing and all that.
But that's
and
for the
vice
live
versa.
classes. You
Those
can
are-
pause anything that's been recorded.
Oh, you can?
Anything that's been recorded, you can pause. Yes.
I didn't
So it
know
would
that.
just be the right now today live class. Like if you were going to take a 9 o'clock live class, you couldn't pause that. But you could pause anything that's already back saved. Right, Martha?
I think so.
I think so too. I don't have body. I need to
I
get it.
will I did for a little bit, and then I just recently got it again because I re-upped my bod subscription with a challenge pack. So I'll have to do some looking into that. But it might just be, yeah, it's kind of frustrating, but it might just be one of those things that you kind of just
Because I think, Mom, with these weeks, I don't think any of those will be live because they've already got it set up in a block.
Yeah.
Unless I'm totally wrong.
Well, so in the next thing that they're going to talk about here, I think it might be the next slide, maybe it's 2 more, but they're calling the super body blocks. So the body blocks is the body workouts with body trainers. These are actual blocks made of super trainer existing Beachbody workouts. So you see, this is her in January. So this is in March. And they're working on everything right here, January, February. So in March, that's Lacey's super trainer body block coming out. And then here's a 21-day fix, a T25. I don't know if these are actual, like, this is when they're releasing them. I don't know. I don't know if this is like T25 is going to come out in May and Job 1's going to come out in June. They're making blocks out of programs that are existing right now. Again, so I don't know much. I don't know too much about this. But there will be more to come, obviously. So basically down there at the bottom, I don't know if it's hard for y'all to see that like, gosh, why is it?
Fine print.
Yeah. So back what it said with body, variety of body workouts, it put into a plan. So this is helping those people that are just kind of like sporadic back to that concept of like letting people feel good and giving them tools and like setting them up well for like sticking with it instead of just saying, here's body, and they're doing a different program, a different workout, a different trainer, which is fine. But it's been shown that to follow a program, you get better results, right? So easy to access. And the Autumn's Healthy Obsession is testing out this body blocks concept. So it's 3 weeks, 3 weeks of workouts, 5 days a week, with 1 week of the fourth week being the functional recovery. And it says here that they start on the first Monday of every month. And then the super body workouts, there's some information there about how to unlock that. I'm gonna not even go into that right now because the cost and all of that is probably, I don't know necessarily that it will change, but we don't need to talk about costs and unlocking and all of that. But that's gonna be a factor as well once we get body blocks and bod and body meshed together and all of that. So simplification again. So this is the body will combine all fitness, nutrition, and mindset. This is the introduction of the mindset / personal development. piece, no extra monthly charges or complicated explanations. So basically, instead of saying, hey, do you want body and bod? Then you can just say, hey, this is body and this is all you get with it all together. Here you go. And again, that merger is happening in March, according to this. The Shake and Hustle, this is a new pack that's coming out that has 20 energized packets and a bag of 20 Shakeology servings. So it's a little bit more of kind of a see what you think. It's a new total solution pack. And it will launch with Sure Thing in December. And it comes with the 1-year subscription of BOD with the option to upgrade to annual body, which is still going to happen because it comes out in December instead of March. So I'm guessing at some point, whenever after the merger, this will, kind of becoming, and there's information there about the price there. The next step is to turn it into a new starter pack to kind of help people start out when they first get going, and they can have some more, just a simpler, a better option for that. So this is the new personal development aspect. She's Petra Kolber is a new gal that's coming on as the personal development person on staff at Beachbody. And there will be new content in the library every month. And okay, new Success Club points. Still get the two Success Club points from a TSP, a total solution pack. You get 1 Success Club point from every 125 PV. Aggregated means that you just combine it, right? Tell me if I'm not. I'm like, that's what I remember hearing. So I'm like, I don't remember hearing the term aggregated, but I do remember hearing that 125 PV total, as long as everything that you have coming from new and active customers and preferred customers in the month adds up to 125. Every time that happens, you get a Success Club point. And kind of along the same lines as when you get Success Club points for customers and preferred customers that like haven't ordered in a while, and they come back to you, and you get the 2 Success Club points for selling them a challenge pack, a total solution pack. So it's called the reactivation, when they come back and they haven't placed a volume generating order in the last 90 days. Their new PV will count towards these Success Club points. So that PV can also count towards their success. There's that 1 Success Club point. Different orders. Yeah. So the 125 can come from different orders, products, and customers or preferred customers. Okay. Oh, this is the new reward system. You know how they've been giving out prizes for Success Club, people that hit Success Club, 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, whatever. First time Success Club reward is like swag, wear and share. And then the new 3, 6, 9, and 12 rewards, and then the executive opportunity, they basically are just introducing bonus. Like basically they're going to give you bonuses instead of giving you stuff. They're giving money bonuses. And this is changes to the Road to Elite updates. We can talk about that more later if that's something y'all are interested in. Road to Elite and leadership ranking points that go towards that. So, but yeah, so this is the next leadership retreat. That's what went on last week, I believe, the biz boot camp, Boss Biz. There's a holiday hustle that's going on now, started today. They're also working on, Ms. Nancy, I know you're in there. Mallory and I, so Kristen is running her own Ignite Your Body group with like team wide. And I think, I don't know if Lori's team is in on that as well. But Mallory and I are running our own group because Kristen's group, not only do you have to be an active coach, but you also have to be doing one of those 3 programs that is part of the setup. XB, I think there's a plan to start the one with the autumns. I keep forgetting the name of that program. And then the healthy obsession. And then what was the other one? The third one. I can't think. My brain. Anyway, one of those 3, but you also have to have an active HD Shakeology order. And I think you also have to be doing Energize. So she has a little bit more stipulations, and Mallory and I kind of wanted to like simplify it. So that's why we are doing our separate one. So there's great. I mean, I'm super glad that Kristen's got that going, but we're just kind of doing something a little bit different. So,
what is yours? What are the stipulations or whatever for yours?
Basically just you're working through a program and you want to be back in the group. Like you've been a part of Dream Big or Boundless or Determination at some point. And you want to come back because maybe you feel like you were in it before and either you haven't really gotten kind of your feet under you, or you didn't know quite what you wanted to do before, but now you're ready and you just need some help sharing your story, because that's basically all we're going to be doing is working through a program. And as long as you're doing a program, I mean, I think Kathy's she's still working through Lift 4. And so I'm fine with her being in there as long as she's doing something. You know, as long as you're doing a program regularly, you're consistently working out, and then you're going to be consistently sharing your story, because every day there's like a prompt, and we call it the Mad Libs. Like it basically is, I don't know if you saw it this morning, today or not, Nancy, where you basically just fill in the blank. It gives you a prompt and you fill in the blank, and you can kind of like tweak it and make it yours, but then you just copy paste and put a cute picture, and that's your post for the day. And then we just work on sharing your story, because that is what we want to do. We want to simplify. It might take a little bit longer to grow, but that whole thing about letting people be confident in what they're doing, that goes both ways. That goes with people that are coming on as customers, but it also goes with, being duplicatable and teaching that to your coaches coming in as well. Like this doesn't, I'm not going to send you a 3-mile long checklist whenever you first come in and add you to all these groups and overwhelm you with, all of these lists and make a list. And then I'm going to send you all these prompts and this is how you talk to your people. Like, no, let's just tell your story. And let's just figure out how to talk to the people that are already watching you now. And let's build let's get some traction with that. Let's build some confidence in you that you do have a story, and that you know how to tell it, because we're natural storytellers. Everybody, whether they're a great storyteller or you have a little bit more trouble, you are a storyteller, because your story is what's going on, and you just have to figure out how to get that voice out there. So that's what the group is going to be. And we just started today. Well, yesterday, because yesterday was Monday. So I'm thrown off because it was the 31st and it wasn't the 1st. And so I'm like, wait a minute, I guess that I was off today too. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm a day behind. But anyway. Yeah, well, there. I literally was like talking and not even paying attention to the slide that was up back here. There's your Ignite Your Body. That's the all team. So must be active with Shakeology and or Energize and Recover. That's what Kristen's group is. Ours is basically be doing a program, and you just have decided that you want to be back in the community. Like, we want people who were a part of us and were very excited and very present and very committed, and then fell off for whatever reason, stepped away for whatever reason, don't feel like they belong anymore for whatever reason. And we want them back because we're a part of a community and we're a family and we can do this together. So that whole I don't belong, that needs to go out the window really, really quick, because we do belong. You have a place here. So yeah. I feel like there's some other like timeline dates as far as when stuff is happening in November. This coming weekend is a super weekend. November 7th is when the Healthy Obsession is this Healthy Obsession special body block coming out. That's when it says, you might be able to, I can't see because there it is. Yes, November 7th. Okay. The like tiles for all of our faces was like over her. I was like, I can't see around you, Autumn. Okay, so November 7th is when the Healthy Obsession comes out. That's the sampler super block. November 10th is the chocolate caramel brownie Shakeology limited edition flavor coming out. November 14th, the Sure Thing sample workout available on BOD, and the Sure Thing live on Body with Megan Davies. And then November 21st is when Fire and Flow is added to the BOD library for everyone. So, and I can share, I took a screenshot because that came up on Instagram for the mompreneur I follow. And I didn't share it in our group thread because I didn't want to overwhelm all of the announcements that were already coming through. So I will share that now, just so you can know what's happening in November. So.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. Does that kind of, there's not a whole lot of details yet. Like, we don't have prices, and we don't know what this means for PV and this means for whatever. And we don't know those questions about, how does this affect, new programs and all that kind of stuff. Like, that was actually a really great question, Kate. I honestly would have been like, oh, it's just going to go on as normal, life, it's fine. So that was a really great question. But so obviously we don't know a whole lot, but there are lots of new things happening. And come March, we're gonna get a new name, and y'all can start talking about that. If you're excited about it, you can talk about that, and what it means. And I'm still working on that. I'm still working on that whole concept and like what that means. And obviously I'm very excited about it, but I think I'm still processing it. And I wasn't there, so I'm kind of like, I haven't had like in your face, like the excitement and the mountaintop experience for it yet. So I'm still working on like processing what that means for me, because I want to be able to share that. Like, personally, this says X, Y, and Z, and that's why I'm excited about that. So.
Well, I think a lot of people are excited about the getting away from the diet industry moniker, you know. So more into body movement and body positivity.
Yeah.
Which is a better way to look at what you're doing anyway.
Yeah. I think we've been talking that way. At least we have on this team. Like, we've always talked about that. And if I can say that I pride myself on that, on one thing, that's probably it, because I feel like we as a whole are so encouraging to our people, and that it has a lot to do with that inclusivity, kind of like just making sure that people know that, obviously we have everybody needs to be healthy. So it doesn't matter what you look like on the outside, you still need to be healthy. So I'm excited about that. And I'm working on, what that means for me and what that means for how I share my story. And,
I think a lot of the teams were already including the personal development side of it. So it's kind of exciting that as a company that they're going into actually hiring someone to manage that or run it or give suggestions.
Yeah. Yep, that's going to be good. So, yeah. Any other things, any other thoughts or questions or concerns, or I know I knew it would kind of be like that. I was like, there's so many new things that I like. I think it was always going to feel a little bit like, okay, here it is. Bye. And again, I wasn't there and I don't have all those details. So that call was probably a little bit more organized and encapsulated than this one.
A lot of that isn't even starting until next year anyway.
Yeah, exactly. So
we definitely have time to learn and read the FAQs
for sure. And I honestly, like from talking to Kristen, she was like, I don't think Beachbody even knows exactly what that's all going to look like right now. Like even corporate doesn't. So that makes me feel a little bit better. And it also, I mean, it's something we're going to do together. It's something we're going to figure out. It's something super positive as a whole. And so we can get behind that. And I think we can also, I don't know, I feel even better about the leadership than I did even before. Like, this is huge. So, yeah. So.
Well, thank you.
You're so welcome. Just wanted to share all of that because I know that we can at least know what's on the horizon, and it's not quite so like obtuse and like foggy out there maybe a little. So, and I have those slides. So, and there's like lots of little fine prints, and those are like pictures of those slides that they put up at leadership. So I'm pretty sure Kristen shared I think she shared that Canva doc in Dream Big. But I will put, since she did that, I'm assuming that it's okay for me to share it with you. So I'm going to share, I'll share that in the group thread as well. Because if you wanted to have this, this recording and go back and listen to a little bit, then you can have the things to look at and the fine print and all that. So, okay, I'll do that. Yeah. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate. And I might not know it, but we can figure it out together.
Sounds good.
Y'all are amazing. Thanks for being on.
Thank you.
Love y'all.